Hi, I'm Richard Butler from DPReview.com, and I'm here today with the Sony A1 Mark II. We're at the MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, and we're about to watch the Jets versus the Colts, both of whom are apparently American football teams. I'll be finding out about that in a bit. The A1 II is an update of the Sony A1. It's still based around a 50 megapixel stacked CMOS sensor, but it has the faster processor and more powerful autofocus options from the A9. It also gains a couple of video features from the Sony FX3. So essentially, it's a more powerful A1, both in stills and video. So like the original A1, this shoots at up to 30 frames a second with its 50 megapixel sensor. It now gains pre-capture, so you can capture up to a second's worth of action before you fully press the shutter, and it also gains the advanced subject recognition modes that first appeared in the Sony A9 III. The A1 II also has an extensive array of features designed to get images off the camera quickly, off to an editor or up to a wire, so that they can be broadcast as quickly as possible. We're not going to get a chance to use those today, but they are an important part of what sets this camera apart from the high-end enthusiast models, which have otherwise quite similar feature sets. So in the second quarter of the game, I'm going to be down on the sidelines with a 400mm lens, seeing just how capable this camera is, because I certainly know nothing about this sport. No.
Okay, so they're going to kick.
They're going to receive
the ball right here.
And then they're going to try and tackle them.
The ball about the 20-yard line. So this is a good spot to get like the quarterback throwing.
Okay.
Shots like that.
Gotcha. So, quickly, everything happens very fast. I'm very much trying to read what's happening rather than anticipating it, but if I can point it in the right direction and have my finger on the shutter, it seems to be getting everything in focus. Yeah, at the moment it's the fleshy bit that's going wrong. So here we are inside in the depths of MetLife Stadium. I've just come in off the pitch where I've been shooting one quarter of the football game. I've got a 400mm lens, which gives you quite a tight crop. It's definitely the right focal length, but it really demands that you frame your shots perfectly. And I don't know the sport well enough. I haven't been anticipating the action. I had a professional photographer alongside me giving me advice on what was going to happen next in the play, so I wasn't completely lost. But yeah, the challenge of just reading the game, following the action, reacting quickly was frankly beyond me. That's why the pros get paid what they do. But the camera did its job. If I could get it pointed in the right direction, it would snap focus really quickly, and it would just happily keep in focus as I pan to follow people. I frankly got more photos than somebody with my skill level deserves. It was a lot of fun, really intense. 15 minutes flies by. In terms of specs, the A1 II looks a lot like its predecessor. It's still based around the same 50 megapixel full-frame stacked CMOS sensor, and it still tops out at 30 frames a second. And if you want to shoot RAW, 30 FPS is in the lossy compressed format only. But it gains a series of subject recognition modes. So there's human, animal, insect, vehicle. There's also a pre-capture mode that starts to buffer images as soon as you half press the shutter. When you fully press the shutter, it'll save up to 1 second's worth of images taken immediately before that. On the video side of things, the camera tops out at 8K 30, which is the same as its predecessor. Unlike its predecessor, there's no option for 4K downsampled from 8K, which a number of cameras now offer, so that's disappointing. One thing I have been impressed by so far is the viewfinder. It's a large 0.9 magnification viewfinder, and it has a very high 9.44 million dot resolution. And it can use that full resolution at up to 120 FPS refresh rate. You can bump it up to 240 if you need a super responsive finder, but the resolution does drop. It uses the same Z-type battery as its predecessor, so you've got backwards compatibility there, and also similar battery life. It also uses the same card types as its predecessor, so you've got 2 slots, each of which can take either CF Express Type A or UHS-2 SD cards. The A12's speed and feature set means it's very much focused at high-end pros shooting professional sports. And with that in mind, it does have an Ethernet port, which has now been upgraded to 2.5 gigabits per second. Overall, it's quite a subtle upgrade over the A1. But whereas that camera, when it was launched, offered an unprecedented combination of high resolution and high speed, that combination is now available in quite a lot of more affordable cameras. So the A1 II is going to have its work cut out for it outside of its core pro market. We're going to be testing the A1 II a lot more over the coming days and weeks to really get a sense for how well it performs. In the meantime, stay tuned to here and head over to DPReview.com for more information. And if you want to know anything else, please just ask in the comments.